So when the shooting began, I paid no attention to Lone Wolf and just went wherever I wanted and shot anyone I could. But Lone Wolf kept moving in front of me and kept saying stuff like, "I'm here to protect you." Ugh.
My job here is to protect you.
Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise swearsies, it's just a fact and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Today I'm back into some of those r/Neckbeard stories top posts of all time. We're certainly working our way through the list. And eventually I will have read them all and can totally retire or something. So let's go ahead and get on into it. Why I hate using voice chat. Because girl? Probably because girl. Hi guys, this is one of my many encounters with a neckbeard. This one encounter all started on GTA Online. Oh yes, only the highest caliber of human being on GTA Online. So I usually play GTA with my friends over Skype because I'm antisocial and I hate playing with strangers, but on this one day, none of my friends were free, and I wanted to play just because I had nothing better to do. You don't have any other games besides GTA? You know, free-to-play games or think, never mind, it's fine. You wanted to grind for your little rocket bike, I get it. So I joined a random heist, and while in the lobby, I got a message, and I was asked to switch to voice chat so that the team was better able to communicate, to which I complied. Most of the guys seemed nice enough. It looked like there were some of them who were friends and they just needed some extra players. Unlike other times that I played with strangers, they didn't really seem to care that I was a girl, except for one guy. The Neckbeard, of course, the one that this story is about. You may be wondering how I knew he was a neckbeard without seeing his face, but it was just the way he talked to me. Because of this, I knew. He's just trying to be a chivalrous gentleman, milady. And even then, I'd say chivalrous gentleman is a step above seething incel rage, isn't it? A little better, not by much. To be honest, I saw red flags as soon as I saw his username, which I won't reveal, but it was something like Lone Wolf 123, so we'll call him Lone Wolf. Yeah, totally, he's the alpha of the pack. Now, I can't remember the plot of the heist entirely, doesn't matter, but we had to break into this farm and steal some cars while shooting gang members who owned these said cars. Wow, that sounds so different from the other GTA missions. While we were in the car, heading to where the mission was, we just kind of talked a bunch of crap and yeah, it was fun. Until Lone Wolf insisted that we had to strategize. Oh boy, Neckbeard Gamer Strats coming in. He kept insisting that I stayed in the back so I don't get shot, and that the rest of the guys must protect me at all costs. Oh god. Yeah, that hurts. I don't know a single woman in the modern day world who would consider this endearing. It's just weird. I played this game so I could shoot people too, man. To this, I simply replied that I didn't need protecting and that I could handle myself fine. But he still kept yammering on about how the gentleman should always protect a lady, no matter what. That's right. I'll deny you your autonomy so I can lie to myself about being a gentleman. Like, it might have been more socially acceptable if he's just like, you're a wild card. Investing in the setup and I don't want you to die and make us lose our team lives or whatever. And then she'd say, why? And he'd say, because you're a lady, and we'd still have a problem, but at least it wouldn't be as cringe, I guess. So when the shooting began, I paid no attention to Lone Wolf and just went wherever I wanted and shot anyone I could. But Lone Wolf kept moving in front of me and kept saying stuff like, I'm here to protect you. Ugh.
My job here is to protect you.
Girl, please. One of the other guys, we're gonna call him Chad, stuck up for me and said that I could handle myself just fine and that Lone Wolf should focus on the mission instead of protecting OP. To which Lone Wolf went on a rant about how a true gentleman should behave, and he accused Chad of being one of those guys that had no respect for women and just wanted to see their tits. To this, Chad was like, what the hell? But I insisted that we just dropped it and continued the mission. Well, this is really throwing a monkey wrench into things. Neckbeard has unveiled his true plan before the world by accusing someone else of what he was actually trying to do. If he is friends with Chad, I'd say it's more of like an acquaintance type of thing. I know you through the game. I play with you because you're decent at the game. I used to smash at Left 4 Dead 2. We had like a really strong crew of people. But as soon as I stopped playing Left 4 Dead 2, no more messages. That's not how friendship works. Anyways, OP continues. I ended up getting along well with the other guys. We had a similar sense of humor, and they invited me to do a few more missions with them, and of course, Lone Wolf joined. Oh yeah, he's not gonna let Milady go that easy. The more we played, the more Lone Wolf began talking about anime and Vocaloid, which are those singing anime robots, for those who don't know. Well, I didn't know until now, and now that's taking up space in my head. Lone Wolf kept telling us that we need to watch anime, and I made the mistake of telling him that I used to watch loads of anime a few years ago. A grave mistake indeed. You should just let it hang there like the stale fart that it is. Alternatively, blow it back in his face by saying, I hear that only weirdos watch anime. After I told him, he repeatedly asked me a million questions about which anime I watched. To which I replied basic ones like DRRR, FMA, etc. I don't know what any of that is. Not filling up my brain with any more of that crap. To which Lone Wolf replied saying, wouldn't a girl want to watch cute animes like, insert anime about schoolgirls here. How about Chibi Ninja Princesses Homework Havoc, or Super Extreme Mega Cuteness Academy Galactic Schoolgirl Giggles? Oh, what about the Cosmic Cat Girl Academy? Neontastic Adventures. Yeah, any of those, all of those, who cares? And indeed, of course, he then recommended me a bunch of animes that all seemed like the standard anime that a neckbeard would know. Like, you know, those ones with schoolgirls and a bunch of panty shots and the girls making obscene noises like... I don't know what that noise is. What does this noise mean? I politely declined and said, yeah, I wasn't that into anime, and I'd rather stick with being a K-pop fan. He replied, and I quote, oh, please, Japanese girls in anime are way better than those pretty boys who dance around in shiny clothes, and the girls don't respect themselves like the Japanese do. They act like thoughts.
If she breathes, she's a thought!
This is not a conversation I want to have ever. If I'm gonna defend an Asian country, it's the Philippines. Yeah, they're kind of the underdogs, but I like that in the country. Girl, I got so triggered. I can't even recite what I replied because I went off defending my favorite girl groups, Twice and Taeyeon, and at this point the rest of the guys listening to this conversation were trying to contain their laughter at my frustration at this point. In the end, he said, I'm sorry that your Korean girls are just inferior to the Japanese cuties. It's just facts, but I'm sorry I offended you, miss. If I could eye roll through text, I would. Both sides of this argument are dumb as shit. I already thought less of the Neckbeard, but OP, you're letting him drag you down to his level. But yeah, totally, I'm glad you found a type of music that you can substitute for an actual personality. After a while, I had to go. And because I liked the other guys, I told them that I would add them on Snapchat, and of course, Lone Wolf insisted that I add him too. Yeah, and the easy response there would be, no. But you didn't do that, did ya? A few hours later, I got a notification from Lone Wolf, his Snap name being the same as his screen name, and oh my god. I opened the picture to see a selfie of the greasiest neckbeard I have ever seen. Though lacking a fedora, it's all about the inner fed aura. Hey, that's a Moonhorse thing. I miss Moonhorse. Now we say neckbeard on the inside. It's on a t-shirt. Check it out at Teespring. Thanks so much. He had slicked back, dirty looking hair tied into a ponytail, horrible looking skin, looked like it had never been washed, and of course a black shirt with a wolf howling at the moon. In the background, I saw an anime body pillow and a very messy room. Though it was quite dark, I saw stuff all over his bed and disgusting anime posters all over his room. What makes them disgusting? Are they lewd? It's just the female form, milady. Don't be offended. Now, I feel bad about this, but I did screenshot that and sent it to the group chat that was made with the other guys, and they were, of course, dead, and they were the ones who suggested that I submit my story to this thread. Haha, yeah, let's make fun of this person that we pretend to be friends with. Sounds like a group of trash human beings to me. Is the guy weird, awkward? Yes, but he's also looking for a social connection and thinks that he's found it. I think you guys just want to shit on him behind his back. It's not very cool. I would say that everybody in this story needs to practice being more authentic with other people. That's my advice for life. Lone Wolf kept demanding to see a picture of me, so I sent him a selfie that I took the other day, and I'm not gonna lie, or be humble. Yeah, why start now? I'm pretty. So I knew this was not gonna end well, and yet you did it anyways. Yeah, isn't that interesting? You always say, oh, I feel bad about it, and it's not gonna end well, and then you proceed to do it anyways. Because you are so in denial of the fact that your ego has overtaken your humanity. Who told you you're pretty? Who gassed you up? A bunch of simps and beta orbiters? Dude, you're probably average at best. I'm gonna be honest with you. And even if you were the most gorgeous person in the world on the outside, what's inside is ugly and rotten and horrible. So yes, let's see how it doesn't end well. He began to call me a goddess and said that I looked like the brunette sleeping beauty. And OP seemed to have gobbled that up too. She's like, oh my god, I am brunette sleeping beauty. No, you're not. You're a pudgy gamer girl. To top it all off, Lone Wolf said, it's a shame you don't like anime and J-pop. Otherwise, you'd be the perfect woman for me. I mean, his list for a perfect woman probably isn't that stringent. It's like, 1, be alive. That's it. Maybe not even that sometimes. After he said that, he got quickly blocked, as I had had enough. And when I go online, I pray that I don't end up on the same server as him. And that's the end of my story of Lone Wolf, the Neckbeard. I've had a couple of encounters with different Neckbeards, so I might post some more stories soon. Did she ever post again? Or she's just like, oh my god, I'm totally super cool and stuff. Everybody look at me. I play video games. Wow, awesome. Oh, she did write more stuff. She did write more stuff. I'm so excited. Guys, she did write more stuff. Something tells me that this OP is going to be much more cringe than the beard she encounters, just based on the title of the next story, which is, I'm a LARPing schoolgirl furry. Yep, there goes my spine. Hello, everyone. I had time to kill at work, so I thought I would tell you another story about a neckbeard I met when I attended a con. Is he actually creepy or predatory or just looking for a human connection? Nah, it doesn't matter. I already know. This is definitely the stupidest story and the stupidest thing that has ever happened to me, but it's such a fond memory that I had to share it. I'm gonna bet $5 that it's gonna be the most boring thing in the world. For context, this was about 2 years ago when I wasn't in the anime scene anymore, but my friend who was still very much in the scene wanted me to attend the con so she wasn't by herself. Yeah, I used to watch anime, but I totally grew out of it. Okay? I don't mind too much. I don't dislike anime, but like I explained in my last story, I'm into K-pop more. And like I said in the last story, great substitute for a personality. I received a Haruhi Suzumiya costume from my dad, who tried to be very much into my interests, God bless his heart, for Christmas, and since I had anything else to wear, Nothing else to wear? I decided screw it and wore the cosplay to the con. Yeah, I totally believe that. None of these other clothes look good on me. Sigh, I guess I'll cosplay. It's not like I enjoy being the center of attention or anything. Oh, you're killing me. Why you like this? Are you like this all the time? Why you like this? My friend Kate, she's a really cool girl. She's hilarious, and she knows how cringy weebs and neckbeards can be, so we always have a blast watching weeaboos prance around cons, making fools of themselves. I mean, if you can't let it all hang out at a convention, where can you? You know what I mean? Never been to one, but I gotta admit, it has a certain allure. Kate and I were randomly walking around the stalls, looking at all the shit, and there we see it. The perfect opportunity to act like idiots. A furry stall, selling ears and tails. Me being the idiot I am, I bought the ears and the tail, with my friend whispering in my ear, "Do it for the meme." Not this. I can do a lot of things for the meme, but not this. I also don't believe that it was like a self-deprecating thing. Totally ironic. First we're like, I guess I'll cosplay. Oh, I guess I'll put on ears and a tail and wear it for the whole day. Did you throw it away after the convention? No, she still wears it sometimes. So for the entire day, I acted like a dog and barked, hissed, and at some people, walked on the floor and just acted like an absolute embarrassment. But it was probably one of the funnest days I've ever had. You're really making me eat my words from earlier, aren't you? You know what? It's a convention. If you can't let it all hang out here, where can ya? She's like, yeah, I did all this cringy shit, but I did it ironically. Oh, that makes it better for some reason. The story continues, and I'm mystified at how. So it was a really sunny day. People were going in and out of the place to go to the beach or to the field next to it. It was a local con, so the venue wasn't really that impressive. The hell are you talking about? It's next to the beach. That's not impressive enough for you? Most convention centers aren't that impressive. It's just a big building you can rent out. Whatever. On the field, to me and Kate's delight, there were some LARPers, live-action role players for the uninitiated. I think everybody on this channel has been summarily initiated. Obviously being the idiots that me and Kate were. Totally ironic. We went on to the LARP field and began to ironically LARP against each other. Oh my god, everything you are is horrible. Hopefully nobody interacts with them. Hopefully it's just them being weirdos by themselves for a little while. And they'll be like, oh my god, that was cool. We totally own them. And while, yeah, that's probably true from your perspective, from their perspective, it's just like a couple of weird girls that weren't worth interacting with. But of course, simp-society is a thing, so I presume that somebody will be over to offer a chivalrous hand quite shortly. The crowd of LARPers on the field grew immensely after time went on, so all that the general public could see was a bunch of grown men and women hitting each other with plastic swords, casting spells, and screaming. I'm into it. Honestly, I would love to do this. Why can't you admit that you would love to do this too? You go over there and act like it's ironic, but really, deep down, you know it's fun to act like a kid sometimes. Just be honest with me. I'll be honest with you. God, I hope these stories get better. Anyways, here's where the Neckbeard comes in. While I'm on the floor, hissing at Kate. God, you're still fucking doing it. Ugh. A very tall, well, I'm 4'11", so everyone's very tall. Quite chubby man with your average neckbeard features. Yet again, no fedora, but like I have previously expressed, it's about the Fed aura. I mean, should we do the Teespring plug again? Probably not. Not on this video. I'm checking out. He had on a long black coat and was carrying a giant plastic sword. I'm not sure what anime it was from. It looked like something from Soul Eater. He comes up to me and says, "Furry Haruhi, I like your style, kid." Ugh, kid. Is it better than Milady? It's really not. It's not, is it? Not okay. She's 4'11". Maybe he actually thought that she was a child, in which case, don't talk to the children. Go over there and mind your own fucking business. OP says, I'd rather have someone crap in my mouth and call my dad a racist than have someone use the nickname kid on me. Yep, fetishized for your height. I mean, it's a thing that also happens for dudes that are tall, but it just hits a little bit different when it happens with girls that are small. Not that I'm going to bat for OP here, mind you. She's about as self-absorbed as it gets, but for the decent short people out there. Anyway, my friend Kate, God, I love her, says to him, be careful, she bites, to which I barked at him. And you know what he does? He pets my head and says, calm down, little pup. Girl, this made me a bit uncomfortable, so I just kind of backed away a bit. Yeah, I'll bark and no bite. I mean, he's getting into the LARP with you. I don't know if you're really stupid enough to need this explained to you, but barking is not human words. Stand up on both feet and say, I'm not interested in interacting with you any further. I'm just here to have fun with my friend. Thank you. But instead, the interaction continues relentlessly. And that's his fault for some reason. Then we had this conversation. Him, care for a quick battle? OP, yeah, no, sorry, I'm a newbie. I don't think I can quite take on your level of LARPing expertise. What, you don't want to learn the thing that you were pretending to do better? You only ever do things ironically and don't seek self-improvement? It's an interesting way to live your life. I'm not sure that I could do the same, but good luck. And then you tip your fedora. I see Kate in the corner of my eye, trying to contain her laughter. He laughed and then said, I'll go easy on you, and wiggled his glasses, like they do in animes where the main character is meant to look cool. You know what I mean? And if you don't, here. I mean, obviously he's been a bit anime poisoned. Thank God I don't wear glasses. I'd probably be tempted to do this. While keeping the straightest face possible, I politely declined again. Good for you. And that was when he asked me if I'd like to stroll down the beach with him. Ew. I had to politely decline again because I thought my boyfriend at the time wouldn't find it that funny when I told him that I strolled down the beach with a strange LARPer dude. He replied saying, oh, drat. Who the hell says, oh, drat anymore? I don't know. Who wears furry ears and tail anymore? I guess he's stuck in 1903 and you're stuck in 2003. Maybe it's meant to be. But yeah, Kate and I managed to escape from him until I got a friend request from him that evening. I'm guessing he found me through the event page on Facebook. I don't really know. The friend request is still there on my Facebook, and I plan to leave it there untouched. See, at least we maybe learned something from the last story. You didn't add a creep on Snapchat this time. Is this character development? Thanks for reading! Sadly, my other experiences with Neckbeard don't include LARPing furries, but instead include 15-year anime-obsessed me not knowing how to handle awkward situations even more than my other stories. I'll write another one soon, heart! So basically nothing happened in the story. I'll collect my $5 now. Thank you so much. It's just ridiculous how self-important this OP is. How old is she during all of these happenings? And now we're gonna go back even further to when she was 15? Probably even more unbearable. I don't know, man. Part of me hates it, but part of me really wants to see what happens, so let's just keep it rolling. I thought I was done with Neckbeard encounters. Did you? Is there a story missing in here somewhere? Probably the 15-year-old story was far too cringe. She had like a glimmer of self-realization and deleted it herself. Good for you. There are 2 more stories, but that is not among them. So yeah, let's see. Hi, guys. It's your girl. Oh, yeah, we miss you so much. She's back again today. This encounter happened on Facebook. Like, anybody gives a shit. Do you think the entire world goes dark and just freezes when you're not around to witness what's happening? No! We're all out here carrying on with our lives. You want to make a post? Make a fucking post. But don't use me as a prop for your ego, pretending that I'm sitting around waiting for this stuff to get posted. I don't give a fuck. I'm starting to lose it a little. Okay, so, as some of you may know from my old posts, one of them I deleted, which I regret, but I'm too lazy to write up again. Bro, I guarantee the comments just roasted her. Nah, let them cook. That I used to be hella involved in the anime community. I think you still are. You've just been shamed out of it. You're denying yourself that part of you, and I think that's sad. I would go to cons, cosplay. That's it. There's a comma. I thought we were starting a list. Because of this, I'm in quite a few Facebook groups that I still haven't left, and still Facebook friends with a lot of people who are still in the community. Yeah, but that's all happenstance, right? We just talk about anime things, but that doesn't mean I actually like it. I made the mistake of accepting a friend request of someone I'm gonna call Artbeard. Now that's taken. We're gonna call him Human Connection Beard. Because it seems to me that everybody you call a neckbeard is just like a relatively normal dude that doesn't cross any boundaries necessarily. They toe the line, sure, but you need to learn how to be more vocal and reinforce for them where your line is. So yes, Human Connection Beard. His profile picture was a character from Naruto. Yeah, and you accepted that friend request, did you? I'm not sure which one it was. I just recognized the headbands. And he had about 100 plus mutual friends, so I just accepted and thought nothing of it. Yes, adding to your collection of anime boy simps, are you? And then he actually tries to interact with you and you're like, ugh, gross! I don't understand how your mind works, really. I mean, I guess I do understand how it works, perhaps even better than you, but what I can understand is...
Why?
OP says, oh, honey, big mistake. Yeah, you seem to make a lot of those, and don't call me honey. I'm just gonna copy and paste our messages now, and a few snarky comments. Totally looking forward to that. Human Connection Beard. Hey, I saw you on local convention page and was just looking for some new friends. OP. Oh, I haven't been to BlankCon since like 2014. Might not be the right person. Aha. Human Connection Beard. Oh, why not? OP. I'm not really into anime anymore. Just K-pop. Again, just a fantastic substitute for a personality. Do you have any goals in life? Do you have any thoughts of your own? Or is it just existing and using that to feel better than other people who are also just trying to exist? This truly is unbearable. Human Connection Beard. I hate when anime fans convert into K-pop fans and just ditch anime. Why can't you like both? True. OP. Oh, well, I actually discovered K-pop before anime when I was about 8. I've always been a bigger K-pop fan than anime, but I just grew bored of anime. Oh, the plot thickens, does it? Most of the series I liked ended, and I couldn't be bothered to look up new ones and watch them. You don't go back and rewatch the old ones? I must have watched Breaking Bad about 4 or 5 times. My favorite anime, by far. Human Connection Beard, would you like for me to give you a list? Because I know loads of good ones. OP. I'm good, thanks. Human Connection Beard, my sister likes K-pop, BTS and EXO. Do you know them? OP. I like EXO. Human Connection Beard. Sihon! OP. Human Connection Beard. Just kidding. I know his name is Sehon, but it annoys my sister when I say it like that. Tongue sticking out emoji. OP. It's Sehun! Really just are the worst type. Is this worth posting about? What the fuck is happening right now? I feel my brain melting out of my ears. Human Connection Beard says, oops, well, who else do you like? My sister talks about it a lot, so I probably know. OP. Taeyeon and Twice. Human Connection Beard. Oh, well, never heard of him. Want to see some of my drawings? I drew them with my finger on my iPad. OP. Sure. And I kid you not, guys, this is one of the actual pictures that he sent me. I reverse image searched it. Human Connection Beard says, here. OP says, do I look like an idiot to you? You really want me to answer that question? I don't think you're ready for the answer to that question. I don't know if you're full-on idiot, but you definitely don't have any sort of self-awareness. So skeptical of other people. Why do you seem so invested in this? Can't you just be like, hey, cool, let him have his little lie? The conversation's not been untoward so far. I do like that you called him out, but I don't know. I definitely wouldn't be bothered to reverse image search it. So at this point, OP is rolling her eyes at this guy, and I decide to snoop around his pics. And of course, what do I see? An overweight, greasy-looking man. His photos were quite dark, and he kind of looked like an overweight Chris Chan. So just Chris Chan then? As well as looking like Chris Chan, he also posted some pictures of his actual drawings, which looked very much like Sonichu, and his original drawings, you could tell were drawn by his finger on his iPad. Okay, I'm gonna slap that with a big who gives a fuck. I'm supposed to just not like him because he looks like Chris Chan? And he lied about the drawing, okay, but so far, it's fine. When is something going to actually happen in the story, OP? And the answer to that, never. Nothing ever happens in these stories. So back to the convo. Human Connection Beard says, what? OP, you clearly did not draw that with your finger on an iPad. Might have believed you in 2014, but not today, Satan. If you get that reference, I love you. Not really a reference, it's more like an idiom that's been adopted by society at large. But okay, cool, it's just a quirky thing that was made for you and you alone. God, she's insufferable. Human Connection Beard says, well, I just zoom in a lot for the details. I don't have to prove myself to you. Oh, now it's getting adversarial. OP says, so you're telling me, if I reverse image search this picture, it won't show up? Human Connection Beard, I mean, it will. I posted it on my DeviantArt. OP says, what's your DeviantArt username then? Human Connection Beard, you're just gonna say that I'm lying and uploading it to my own DeviantArt to back up my story, so no. OP, you said it, not me. Why are we still having this fucking conversation? Can I go die? Would that be fine with everybody if I just walked into the ocean and sunk to the bottom? I would rather be doing fucking anything than bearing witness to whatever the hell this is supposed to be. Okay, it's gonna be fine. Human Connection Beard says, can we just change the subject? I'd rather not have someone dissing my art. OP says, it's a lovely piece of artwork. It's just not yours, lol, X. Human Connection Beard, whatever. Do you collect stuff? I collect anime figurines. OP, photo cards. Oh, with the one word response. Human Connection Beard says, what the hell are photo cards? Okay, so for people not in the K-pop fandom, here's a quick rundown. Photo cards are little cards that you get in a K-pop album. They look like this. Oh, wow, amazing. I have a complete Taeyeon collection, but I'm not trying to brag, winky face. This entire thing has been a tribute to your own ego. Again, why stop now? They're collector's items, and some are limited edition, which lead them to cost up to $150. Don't judge me. I'm a die-hard K-pop fan and collector. Yes, but again, you're not trying to brag, right? Is there any sort of light behind your eyes, or is it just all darkness back there? So dark that light actually gets sucked in. Just like a big black hole, but way more terrifying and way more useless. So I explained to Human Connection Beard what photo cards are, and he said, what the hell? You pay for little pieces of paper? Waste of money. You should collect something more useful. You could print those cards off yourself. Maybe I could buy you a figurine to start a new collection. I mean, again, both collections probably equally cringe, but we all need a thing to get us through our days. He's got sort of a point. It's just a piece of paper. But you don't understand, these papers that I have are in mint condition. Limited edition, $150, not trying to brag. OP says, fucking triggered! OP says, like collecting anime figures is any better than collecting pictures of singers. At least I collect Taeyeon photo cards out of love and devotion. Yes, I'm deeply committed to my parasocial relationship with these people that don't know that I exist. Are you fucking high? Instead of you, fresh out of r/Neckbeard, collecting toys of underage cartoon girls to probably stare at their panties, I don't need no figurines. I don't need no. She a strong, independent woman. She don't need no man. I don't want no figurines. And if I wanted figurines, I could buy them myself. I don't need nobody to tell me what to collect and what to buy because I have what? Taste. Something you will never have because you are not that type of guy. You have what? An overinflated sense of self-worth. I guess he sent the first barrage telling her she could print off these things that are apparently precious to her for some reason. But OP was ready to go to war over it. But neither of them had any idea that ReddX Industries and the Jerry Army would arrive. A new fighter has entered the fray. OP says, yes, I quoted Shangela. I had no good comebacks, so I quoted a queen. I don't know who the fuck that is. I don't care. I don't care. Like somebody's actually reading this story and being like, hell yeah, you go, girl. Probably some people are. Members of the simp society that we talked about earlier, right? Human Connection Beard says, I have taste. You have no idea what you're talking about. That's right. He's a gentleman of culture. Tell me the appeal of collecting pieces of paper that you could literally just print off. OP, I will, when you admit that you didn't draw the picture you sent me. Scene at 8:33 p.m. Yeah, he left you on red. That's what really burns you up about this whole exchange, isn't it? The fact that he didn't give you the dignity of a response. He said, this person's not worth interacting with. I'm gonna continue on with my day. And she starts seething and is like, I'm gonna write a Reddit post about it. I'm gonna tell the whole world. Yeah, still, nobody really gives a shit. You are truly insufferable. So that's it. Yes, I realize I got fired up over photo cards, but I'm constantly hearing crap for collecting K-pop merch, especially photo cards. So I'm just so done with people criticizing me for collecting, okay? Ah ha ha ha. I'm not usually that snappy. Yeah, totally, I believe you. Hopefully this is my last encounter with a neckbeard. Fingers crossed. You thrive on it. This is what gets you through your day, isn't it? You just want to presume that you're the one in the right automatically because, well, this is your point of view, of course. But in actuality, he was being a decent person, asking you about things you like. The conversation went a little sideways. But yeah, you're the one that got tilted, 0 to 100. You want to know why people are criticizing you for collecting stupid pieces of paper? Because they're stupid fucking pieces of paper. That's fine. Acknowledge that your collection is stupid. You know what I collect? Video games. Isn't that the dumbest thing in the world? It's not even a physical collection. It's digital data for thousands of games that you could literally download for free, and it's stupid, and I love it. At least she didn't try to take the out of being like, oh, I only collect them ironically. Although now, years after this post, who knows? She's probably doing exactly that. Last post from this OP, then we could never look at it ever again. Let's get her done. I am not your PYT. Thank you very much, repost. PYT, it's a Michael Jackson song, Pretty Young Thing. Is that what we're talking about? Is there a K-pop cover? Probably. Hi guys! I've had a few people ask me where this story went. I deleted it because I had some friends look through my posts and I hadn't told them that I was with a guy and that he's 9 years older than me. Oof. I guess, okay, it's not quite a decade. Wifey's 6 years younger than me, but I don't know, man. Things like this have to have like a personal limit applied somewhere, and for me, that's almost it. I have some spare time at work, so I'm here to retell the story to the best of my ability. People involved. Oh, we got a cast list now for some reason? Sure. Whatever. Tell me the myriad things about yourself, OP. Yes, 4'11" and salty. Used to like anime, but now it's just K-pop. All things that we could have inferred. We've learned nothing about this person, except that they like K-pop and they do things ironically a lot. Make bad decisions on purpose often. Is mentally and physically exhausting to be around. All right, let's finish it up. It's fine. It's gonna be okay. GOT7, named after her favorite K-pop band. So is it GOT7? Who cares? She isn't really familiar with the anime scene, but is aware of neckbeards and weebs, etc. Greg is our neckbeard of the day. Wore lots of anime and graphic tees, baggy jeans that would scuff the floor, no fedora, but he had the Fed aura. Dude, I think your detector is off for that, you know? It's basically just anybody who tries interacting with you that you didn't want to interact, even though at no point in the conversation did you try to stop the conversation. Then we run to Reddit and write about them and call them a neckbeard. It's not cool. It's not the way to live. This how you want to live? Don't do it. Also, get your Fed aura detector checked out. It's malfunctioning. John is just a poor guy who got dragged into the mess. There's also Momo. More like Chomo. Damn, it just slipped out. He's the guy that I'm with, named after his favorite member of a band, isn't actually with us physically in the story, but is frequently mentioned. He lives in London, which is about 3 hours away on a train. Decade older than OP. Okay, let's hear all about the Chomo. So here we go. So, in the UK, we have a place called Geek Retreat. It's like a cafe / hangout place where you can play board games, video games, or read the comics that they provide. You can imagine that it's full of neckbeards and weebs, and yet you still seem to go. Me and my friend GOT7 often visit just to have a place to chill out. We would usually play something like Top Trumps because we're lame. Top Trumps, the UK's #1 card game, and a family favorite for over 40 years. Whatever you're into, so are we! Kinda matches OP's personality, doesn't it? Please accept me, we're really lame for doing it, but we only did it ironically. We just need a place to chill out, you have to understand, I'm not one of them! I hate to be the one to inform you, but in fact you are one of them. You might be in reform like a lot of us around here, but at least admit that much to yourself, please! Anyway, we begin to notice a regular who would always greet us when we came with something like, "Hello, ladies!" We didn't really think too much of it, just thought he was a nice guy, being friendly. Yeah, that was Greg. Is he actually gonna be disgusting, or just like another interaction that you don't want to have and didn't stop? Should I bet another $5? Nah, I've taken enough of your money today. Thanks so much. You getting mad? I'm getting rich. On a random day, when we were there, Greg came and sat on our table and, talked to us. Oh my god, how did you ever possibly survive it, OP? He made words with his mouth in your direction? Oh! What the fuck? He asked us if we liked anime. It's like the same story all over. And I said, I used to. Greg got quite excited at this and asked me which ones, to which I replied basic ones like DRRR, FMA, and Naruto. See, you are into Naruto. It's also the exact same animes you named before. She's probably only watched the 2 of them. Just an exceedingly shallow person. Nothing within you goes beyond surface level, does it? I got your number. It's been fun to walk around in your mind. But I gotta be honest, there's a lot of unused space in here. Lots of space to expand if you ever wanted to. She doesn't. She doesn't want to. Greg got quite excited over that. Ah ha ha. He told us that he watched animes like K-On! And stuff. I can't really remember the other ones he said, but they were obviously your standard Neckbeard animes in which all the girls say stuff like Kia! And want to suck their Oni-chan off or something. Bro, what the hell are you talking about? Just like little additions here and there. If it's what you're into, just tell me that's what you're into, okay? OP and GOT7 felt a bit awkward, but we conversed with Greg anyway. He asked us our ages, which I replied 18, and GOT7 said 17. So your boyfriend's 27? There's no, 18-year-old and 27-year-old are looking for pretty different things in life. Surely it's a fairy tale relationship. Surely she and Chomo got married. Greg then calls me a PYT, pretty young thing. Or did he say PYT? Do they do that in UK land? I don't know. Have you got your talking to birds license there, governor? He told us that he was 28 and currently doing his own thing and living how he wants, which is mostly in mother's basement on the computer. But you can still do that with a wife and kids. Just look at me. I took all this as I'm still relying on my mom at home where I live in my anime cave. Yeah, I hate to agree with OP, but it's too vague to be anything else. Greg then called over his friend John. John was very polite and quite shy. John was nice. John is Greg's wingman, isn't he? It was pretty clear to me what Greg was trying to do. Greg constantly pushed John to tell GOT7 about this anime while he talked to me about a different one. I could see that in their friendship, Greg pretty much ordered John around like a little puppy. I mean, that's one perspective. The other perspective is Greg is trying to guide John in for a landing, you know? Little does John know Greg is crippling his chances. But I don't know, man. Introverts, right? You kinda gotta take what you can get. After a while, we then had this conversation, which I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember exactly what I said. I bet it's gonna be fascinating. I bet it's gonna be next level amazing and mind-blowing, and I'll bet $5 on it if you want to win your money back. Greg said, how about we go see the new Guardians of the Galaxy? Our treat. A double date. OP, I don't think my boyfriend would be too happy about that. Greg says, boyfriend? Well, why isn't he here to accompany you? I'm probably more mature than him, you know. OP, he lives in London and he's the same age as you, so... Yeah, so that's a red flag on everybody's part. Look, you're all adults, in theory, and you can do what you want, but I'm at least a little bit concerned on your behalf. It doesn't actually mean anything. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm not gonna take any action aside from like raising an eyebrow at it, but I think it bears mentioning. Greg says, wouldn't you want a real man instead of one on a screen? And then you throw that right back in his face with his anime girls. You seem pretty happy with women on the screen. But then I'm feeding OP actually good lines, which she never has. Just sit here and watch them both flounder with this social interaction. OP says, he only lives in London. He can still visit. He's no much more of a man than you. Dude, are you dunking on your own boyfriend right now? That's just a firebomb for no reason. I don't think the no is supposed to be there. He's much more of a man than you. But the no changes the whole meaning, and God, I feel bad for that guy. I mean, even outside of that, just having to hang out with OP, God, can you imagine? What do you guys talk about? K-pop, and I used to be an anime, but now I like K-pop, okay? I get collecting cards, and don't tell me that they're stupid, okay? Because they're not stupid, they're everything, and I love them. I'm devoted and dedicated. If they asked me to sacrifice my firstborn child, I totally would, even though I'm never gonna have a child. It's just a kitty named Mr. Fluffernutter. Okay, cool. That's also sort of a personality, maybe. Greg says, you know, must guys at my age date younger girls because they think they're naive and only want sex out of them? I guess in this case, nudes. You're better than that. I wouldn't do that. I like younger girls because they're more fun. Okay, fucking disgusting. Everybody, up against the wall. I've had enough of this today, okay? I am just about finished with all of this shit. OP says, whatever, he's not like that. Greg, how do you know he's not cheating on you? He probably only wants the nudes. Again, you've unveiled your hand by accusing someone else of it. This is exactly the same story as the first one. We have just come around. Life certainly is cyclical. OP says, he's not like that. I've never sent him nudes, and I don't intend to. We bonded over a mutual interest in K-pop, so he's not the type. Ah, yes, a 28-year-old man into K-pop. What could possibly go wrong? He's not in it for the chicks, man. He totally likes the music, bro. Okay, if you say so. And Greg has exactly the same response. He probably only likes K-pop because they're all young girls dancing around in short skirts, you know? He's not wrong. OP says, and tell me the difference between him liking K-pop because of that and you watching anime with a bunch of young schoolgirls wearing short-skirted uniforms. Yeah, you go get him, OP. K-pop is totally less cringe than anime. When really on like the normal human scale, all of this is really cringe, and you either have to lean in or get the hell out. Personally, me, I've chosen to lean in. People are like, hey, ReddX, you're cringe and I don't like your jokes. I'm like, haha, cool. Hey, ReddX, can you just shut up and read the story? All right, thanks. What? Greg then says, how dare you speak to me like that? Yeah, I'm sure that's when the conversation ended. This way we don't actually have to come up with a retort. So John jumps in and says, can we just drop it? Thank you, John. Yes, what a savior indeed. Greg then went on a long speech about how I should respect myself and that he was only trying to look after me, a neckbeard and a nice guy. How about that? I mean, the Venn diagram basically is a circle. It ended up with me and Chels. Got 7. We just name dropped our friend in the Reddit post. That's fine. Nobody's reading it. Nobody even listened this far. They were like, wow, all of these stories suck. Into the trash it goes. But I don't know. I like to think I added a little something special. No big ending. Ah ha ha. Yeah, no big middle or beginning. Basically, it's a fucking nothing burger. Thanks for reading. Promise I won't delete this one. Ah ha ha. Maybe you should. Maybe just for the sake of everybody involved, maybe you should have. If you've made it this far in the video, like, you're a complete champion, thank you so much. I hope you'll hit the buttons and do the things. Check out links in the description. Teespring, Amazon affiliate, etc. On the end card, I will link the Weezybeard saga, an infinitely better, more funny, more sad, more emotional Neckbeard saga than this. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye. Go ahead and cut them open. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Promise. Where's he?